This is going to be a little different. I just wanted to reflect on a novel and its infamy and why it's having a hard time getting made into a movie, and also why the courses at Yale and Oxford and other Ivy League schools and other legal schools require this book to be read, and also why so many young people have such a problem with it. So, the book I'm talking about is Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy. And if you're a fan of the book, you're probably not going to get any new information out of this video. Um, I was inspired to make this because I am a philosophy major and with a dual in Western occultism and psychology understudy throughout. But I work in aerospace and espionage. Um, the uh, the reason I'm compelled to make this video is the same reason many of the jobs in special access are unfilled. Um, so, Blood Meridian is a elliptical, divergent spiral of prose and esoteric symbols and um, very rich archetypal Jungian and Freudian imagery. It is a masterwork of introspective terror, but also it holds so much potential for self-awareness and philosophical growth through the observation of the duality, polarity of the judge and the kid becomes the man. Um, you can interpret the book literally. You can see it as a way for the author to illustrate the beauty of nature in the setting, and you can even argue that he uses his style of prose to instill a sense of nightmare and superlative, overarching fear, not so much fear, kind of like being lost at sea or overwhelmed, marooned in alien emotions, and you somewhat, depending on your personality type, you may be criminally pedantic or disability level of literal. So you're really going to have a problem with this book if that's you. The author doesn't lay it out for you. Narratives are left unexplained. Tangential thinking. This book is not built to be consumed like a story you watch on the TV, or even a linear narrative. This this story will live inside of your mind for the rest of your life, and the judge and the nature of the boy and their relationship will continue to gnaw at your concepts of altruism and society and the social contract. That's what the book was designed to do. So, if you are in that niche of people who this is your favorite book and you resonate with it and you don't understand why they can't make a movie and all of these things, you probably are misunderstood a lot, and you don't identify with a lot of people, and you feel misunderstood, I would say. If you tend towards the majority and you need to analyze this book, and you need it analyzed for you need to reflect on it, you need to talk in groups about it to come to a some sort of settlement with its idealism. You're definitely in group B, so this would be why it can't be made into a film too, and why there will always be so much conflict about doing it. The real
Motion detected at the front door.
thanks. The real value of this piece is in the difficulty and the subjectivity of the interpretation. If they make the judge like a scary bald guy, and they make the obvious violence the centerpiece, the meat of the story will be lost, which is this like hallucinogenic terror that it's really more about accepting the consequences of your actions, in my interpretation. And at the heart of the book, I think, is the judge's soliloquies on war, death, protecting children, fucking, and the interplay between the facade of morality and the reality of nature and history, which I think is difficult, especially nowadays, for people to face up to, considering the direction the world is headed. So, I hope they make it into a film someday, but in being the most selfish and honest about it, I don't think anyone could do it right besides me. And I think a lot of Cormac McCarthy fans that appreciate the work of this novel would say something similar to that. I think everyone has an idea of what it should look like, but because, like I said, there's two groups. The B group doesn't really understand what's going on. So if you allow someone from the A group to interpret the film, more likely what's going to happen is the B group will latch on to the A group individual's interpretation of it and alienate the rest of the A group from the material, which is not how you build a franchise or a fan base. I think the best way to do it would be through serialization and an expansion of the characters. Unfortunately, then it's not Blood Meridian. Blood Meridian's a strong piece of illustrative fiction, and it's kind of based on reality, but it's so strong because it can connect us with a part of our history and ourselves that we don't want to face. We are all the children of an empire of warfare and expansionism and genocidal governmental edicts, and we tell ourselves very complex things in order to justify these things and to create cognitive reasons for ourselves to press on and ignore our part in horror. Thanks for hanging out and listening. Hope you have a good day.